We are at the point where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Irish Sea.
The travel guys are in Northern Ireland next.
Flight Center Travel Guys is brought to you by Flight Center. Booking your next big trip is just a phone call away at 1-877-WORLD-05. That's 1-877-WORLD-05. Flight Center, unbeatable.
Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Darren Parkman.
And we are the Travel Guys.
Well, top of the day to you. We are in the Northern Ireland city of Belfast, and our Irish eyes are smiling.
That's right, pal. Coming up, we're going to check out the majestic Giant's Causeway. We'll take a little ride on the Belfast Wheel.
We will embark on Jim and Darren's good old-fashioned Irish pub crawl, and then cap things off with the most expensive cocktail in the entire world. It's true.
We're not paying for it, though.
Thank goodness it's comped, yes.
All that and more coming up.
Well, one thing I'm very proud of is the fact that you and I, sir, have a lot of experience when it comes to big honkin' Ferris wheels.
That is correct.
Yes, we do.
We have been on the London Eye.
We have ridden the giant Malaysian Eye Ferris wheel in Kuala Lumpur.
But this one is different. This is the Belfast Wheel.
The Belfast Wheel. Ah, there is a big difference. Let's go check it out. Let's go. Well, you got a spectacular view of City Hall. I've never been on one of these giant wheels when you're actually right downtown in downtown Belfast.
That's true, actually. We are right dead center in the middle of the city.
And some very beautiful architecture out there. Buddy, I gotta say, I've always loved Ferris wheels, and it's actually very cool to be up here. This thing moves pretty fast, and I have to ask you, how's your paralyzing fear of heights doing up here?
I've only shed 3 tears.
This is really bugging you.
Yeah, it's a little freaky because it's smaller, but you know what? Again, what a great way to see the city.
Jimmy, look, it's Paddy O'Malley, the lucky Irish leprechaun. Look how cute he is. He's doing a little jig down there.
Yeah,
look at him. He's cute, isn't he?
Yeah, sure is. Parkman and I are now in East Belfast, one of the most historically significant parts of the city.
I'm guessing that's because this is where they make the Irish whiskey I adore?
Yeah, you adore a little too much, but no, this is where they built the famous ship, the Titanic.
Right. I want to say I'm familiar with that, but...
you don't know anything?
Should I be doing some reading on that?
Yeah. When did you quit school?
I've got my grade 9 equivalency.
Okay.
I'm taking courses.
Courses.
Okay. You know, you really do feel the legacy of the Titanic pretty much everywhere in Belfast. You can tour areas where the ship was built.
And also check out tributes, including this mural on the wall here dedicated to the victims who died when the ship went down in 1912.
You know, one of the great things about Europe is the fantastic historical architecture, and here in Belfast, it's really no different. Some great buildings here.
That is correct, pal. Behind us is the very popular and famous Queen's University.
This is a university?
Yeah, this whole structure.
You know what, I'm very spontaneous, and I really believe that this is where my future begins. And for that reason, I'm going to actually go in and enroll. Why not? I mean,
well,
I've always wanted to be a college student.
You've got your grade 9 equivalency. That's a start. Yeah, you could try.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
All right, high five. Let's go.
With you.
I'm going to need books. I'm going to start carpooling, hanging out with my uni friends.
Well,
it's
I
going to be
wouldn't
great.
get that excited right away because you don't know what's going to happen.
You know, the dean just didn't seem to understand me. Where did I go wrong? I mean,
I don't think you did that badly, but if it were me, I wouldn't have told them about my lengthy criminal record. That's just something you
steal a couple of cars and all of a sudden you're an ogre? Is that?
Well, but hey, you said you can still come to the college parties, though.
I like to party.
Wow, that's what. Then you did okay.
You know, Ireland was a big part of the Industrial Revolution and has a rich history when it comes to early forms of transportation.
Parkman and I are just outside of Belfast at the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum. You'll find great collections of everything from early horse-drawn carriages to Irish-built motor cars.
Are we allowed to be up here, by the way?
No.
I didn't think so. Well, now it's time for an entirely new concept for the travel guys. It's a bold, fresh new idea we like to call Jim and Darren's old-fashioned Irish pub crawl.
You know, every time we're in this part of the world, Europe specifically, we do a pub crawl.
Could you not have at least kept up the charade of it being new and fresh?
It's a bold, fresh new idea.
Oh, that's good. Well, our self-indulgent pub crawl starts here in one of the oldest establishments in all of Belfast. It's the Crown Pub.
And you know, if you're not a fan of Guinness, there are other beers you can try. Darren and I are having a Carling. You can also try Tennent's and Belfast Ale. Lots of selections.
There will be Guinness later?
There will be
Good.
Guinness later, yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know what I dig about Belfast? Everything here's got that old-fashioned kind of Victorian feel about it, doesn't it?
sure
Yeah, it's
does.
very cool. Yeah.
Now, here's something I don't want you abusing.
Yes.
Because we're sitting in this area away from the bar.
Yeah.
This is how they used to order drinks in the old days.
All you have to do is press that button?
Yeah.
That fits in perfect with my lazy
You don't have to
lifestyle.
get- you don't have
I
to
don't have to
get up at
actually
all.
get up, okay? Well, let me...
Yeah, okay, that's
Four
it.
more?
Yeah.
4 more?
Well, no matter what city we go to around this lovely planet of ours, it doesn't take Parkman too long to find there are places to gamble. How much are you down?
I'm down 200.
He's
Thanks
down
for asking.
200.
That's 400 Canadian, but I do have a system. I do
you've
have a
got a
system,
system
yes.
this time.
Okay, here we go. It takes a big person to admit he's lost a lot. I'm not that big person.
Well, pal, on our little pub crawl, do you know where we are now?
I want to say a bar or pub of some sort.
Well, yes, a pub is it. We're
I knew
actually
it, I
in
knew
the
it.
oldest pub in Belfast, Kelly's Kitchen, opened in 1720.
And remodeled in 1830.
Yes, that's
By the
not
looks
on the
of it,
menu,
yes.
though.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hang about, hang about. Licensed to sell beers, wines, and spirits. I think this is the place.
Oh, you can still read.
I can.
Okay, let's
For the
go.
time being.
All right.
Buddy, I must be really drunk. I just saw 2 dogs sitting on these bar stools.
Yeah, you are really drunk.
I thought so.
I think the Jim and Darren old-fashioned Irish pub crawl is about to come to an end.
Whoa, well, that can't be. We've only been to 12 places by my count.
A dozen places, I think, is more than enough.
I'm not so sure that.
Well, I might be able to be talked out of that.
All right, cheers.
Hey.
Yes.
There's no music playing.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, there are lots of murals here in Belfast. You notice that?
Yeah, sure do.
I know you're a big soccer fan, or football as they call it here in Europe. Who is the dude behind us with the stylish 70s hair?
That is probably Belfast's greatest sporting son.
Yeah.
George Best, great soccer player. First rock star soccer player. Played for Manchester in the 60s and the 70s and was just a fantastic player. Yeah.
Kind of the Wayne Gretzky of Belfast. I guess.
Absolutely, yes.
You like my analogy?
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gotta say, my friend, Belfast really is a beautiful city.
Yeah, you know, I'm digging downtown here, but you know what? What I would love is just one quiet, peaceful moment in the country.
Ah, that could be arranged, my friend.
Oh, can you do that cheap camera trick thing you do to...
Look, it may be a camera trick, but it's not cheap. It's very high tech.
Okay, well, just do it.
The
will you,
old
please?
genie?
Yes.
All genius to someplace green and natural.
Go.
Ready? There, now, how's this? Nice,
Wow.
picturesque, Serene Irish countryside. We got a
Very
nice
peaceful,
castle
yeah.
behind us here. Very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, are you happy?
Oh, very good.
Okay, take a deep breath. And time to head back. What do you think?
Yes,
All right, here we go. Back already, yes.
Well, that was a nice respite.
It was, yes. By the way, do you think anybody's buying this cheap camera trick thing?
No, they're not.
I didn't think so.
What the are you doing?
I'm doing a little Irish jig. It's an Irish jig.
Okay, as you were then.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Well, now it's time for a little thing we like to call Jim and Darren Meet the People.
Or as it's also known, approaching total strangers that would normally ignore us. Let's go.
Tell our viewers in Canada, what is the best thing about this city of Belfast?
Oh, the social life, I guess. The crack is the word everybody uses, but the bars and the fact that everybody's friendly.
Now we have to specify again, at home, crack means something different where we
Yeah,
come.
well, it can mean something different occasionally here as well if you go to the right bars.
What's the best thing about Belfast?
Oh, I would say the pubs and the restaurants.
Cheers. Do you know any Irish folk songs?
No.
You want to hear one?
Yes, okay.
Whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Well done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not just saying that?
No, absolutely not.
Tell our viewers in Canada what you love about this city.
Well, it's a very, there's a lot of variety, there's a lot to do, great restaurants, a lot of history, a lot of culture. It's small, so it's easy to get around, and you can go just outside and there's all the fabulous countryside, the mountains, the sea, the coast, so there's a lot to do here.
What's the best thing about Belfast if you're a tourist here?
It has to be the pubs, I'm afraid.
It is, yeah?
Yeah.
Gonna take a lash? Is that what they say, taking a lash?
It would sound funny coming from you, yeah, but that's what they would say around here.
What does that mean?
That means party until you
Drop?
fall over.
There is no way I'm falling down. I ain't falling down. I ain't. Okay, hang on.
And he's down.
That's my kind of partying.
Give me something I could say when I'm out talking to people like yourself. And
Oh, goodness. Well, if you call someone a numpty, that will...
A numpty?
Call them a numpty.
What does that mean?
That's a good Belfast word for an idiot.
The travel numpties. That's what we are, actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
Travel numpties.
Do you know any Irish folk songs? Any at all?
You know what, actually, I'm pretty ashamed to say I probably don't know any to sing offhand.
Not even a whiskey in the jar?
I could probably, hum along if you were to sing it for me, but that would be about it, really.
All right, I'll try, okay? As I was crossing over the far-famed Kerry Mountains, met up with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. Whack for my daddy-o,
For my daddy-o.
there's whiskey in the jar.
Well, Parkman and I are now standing on the steps of the world-famous Merchant Hotel in Belfast.
That's right, and we are here for one reason only, and that is to sample what is actually the world's most expensive cocktail, coming in at a reasonably priced £700. That's 1,500 Canadian.
Yeah. Are we billing our boss for this?
No, we're not. It's out of pocket for us, but you know
lovely.
what? It's a bargain at twice the price. Money well spent, I say.
Let's go.
Let's go. Well, we're inside the bar at the Merchant Hotel, and we've just learned the world's most expensive cocktail is actually £750.
Left at 750.
I've got £725. I'm willing to kick that, and could you at least maybe contribute 20, 25 pounds? I know it's asking a lot.
Well, fine.
All right, it'll be worth it. Okay. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm shaking right now.
I
I'm
know.
shaking.
And we're
I'm so-
splitting one,
Yeah,
I wanna
we're
say.
splitting one. £750. Well, I'd like to propose a ridiculously expensive toast.
Yes.
All right,
Cheers.
sir. Delicious. Let's give it a try. Oh, that was good. Barkeep, I'll have another. You don't mind?
No, he will not. Actually, you know what makes this expensive is this rare Jamaican rum.
It's only 26,000 pounds a bottle.
Yeah, good deal. Hey, you just spilled $150 there.
That was a costly mistake,
Yeah, it
wasn't
really
it?
was.
Thank you. Oh, cost what, 150, 200 pounds? Let me just... Don't want to waste anything.
No.
Well, we're now about an hour outside of Belfast, near the town of Ballygally. Say that 3 times fast.
I really can't.
And we're checking out the gorgeous, gorgeous green Irish countryside.
Yeah, I got to tell you, folks, the hills are as green as you could imagine. It's just stunning out here. You got to get out of the city when you come to Belfast to see this.
Well, if there's one thing Ireland's known for, it's its many historic castles. We happen to be at one of the oldest ones in the entire country. It's Carrickfergus Castle, built, are you kidding me, in the late 1100s. This is a very, very old structure.
That's right, a military stronghold for 800 years until 1928. And this place, it seems, was besieged by everybody, including the Scots, the English, and the French.
Jimmy, look. It's Paddy O'Malley, the lucky Irish leprechaun. Look how cute he is. He's doing a little jig down there.
Yeah,
look at him. He's cute, isn't he?
Yeah, sure is.
What's that, Paddy? He's here to grant the travel guys one lucky Irish wish.
I get to make that wish.
You want to make the wish?
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead. That was a bit harsh, wasn't it? I guess I don't have to ask you what you wish for.
No, you don't. So, buddy, we've been here for a few days. What are your thoughts on the new Belfast?
I'm pleasantly surprised by Belfast. Let's be honest, 15 years ago, this was not exactly a safe city to visit. A lot of political unrest, but that has really changed for the better.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm really liking this town too. I mean, tourism is way up, money's coming in, new hotels, cooler areas. I mean, it's just a really hip city now.
Happening kind of town.
Yeah. Well, you know, Belfast, the new Belfast, has some fantastic restaurants, and in between the pub crawling that Parkman and I have been doing, we got to have some great food, and we're at a great restaurant now.
That we are, my friend. We are at the Cloth Ear in the Cathedral Quarter of Belfast, and I'm having the beef medallion, little delicious hocks of beef. What are you having?
I'm having some glazed chicken with the vegetable pickings, having a good time. It's great food, too, I think.
The company I'm not so sure about.
That was hurtful. Well, dinner at the Cloth Ear is done. Are you up for maybe a little nightlife?
Twist my arm. Yeah, all right. All right.
Come with us.
Yeah, nightlife. You know, there is a lot of fantastic nightlife in Ireland, and Belfast is no different. Seems there's pretty much a cozy pub on every corner.
That's right, buddy. And we're at one that's become kind of a favorite of ours in the Cathedral Quarter. It's called the Spaniard, and it's always crowded.
We're really connecting with the crowd here, aren't we?
Is that what we're doing?
Not really, no.
Cheers.
Can I just say you've done a great job here in Belfast on the show, and as a favor to you, I'm going to teach you a little Irish, Northern Irish dialect. If I can direct your attention to the bottom of the screen here. Little sentence for you. Let me repeat it, let me say it, okay? It's time to teak the reek to the leak. See what I've done there? Teak the reek to the leak.
And that would mean what?
Well, if you look down there, it means it's time to take the rake to the lake. But I said it in the Northern Irish way.
First of all, in all my life, I've never had a reason to take a rake to the lake.
You're missing the point. I'm teaching you
No,
how
I
to...
did. Why would I take a rake to the lake?
No, that's not what it's...
All my life, I've been to the beach, I've been to the lake many times.
Just forget it. Forget it. We're now about 2.5 hours outside of Belfast, and we've pretty much reached the very, very top of Ireland. You can't get much more north than we are right now, and it's a very pretty area.
Yeah, and the view up here is spectacular. This is actually where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Irish Sea.
And did you know, sir, that behind us there, see those hills?
Yeah.
Those are actually the Bonny Banks of Scotland. We're pretty close to Scotland.
Boy, buddy, I gotta tell you, it is stunning up here.
You know, Jimmy, back in college, I used to be a cliff diver, a professional cliff diver. I think I might just try one quick one here if you'll back me up.
First of all, I know you didn't go to college.
True.
And second, you are not jumping over there because I'm not coming down there to get you out of that water.
Actually, also true. Well, we're now heading across the Carrick-a-Reid rope bridge, high above the canyon here. And you know, I've always said there's nothing like a walk across a rope bridge on a beautiful afternoon in Northern Ireland. Are you with me, or?
You know, there's a couple other things I can think of that I'd rather do on a sunny afternoon in Northern Ireland.
And what are those?
Well, none of them involve height.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm just going to stop for a second. This is very invigorating for me personally. And I just want to kind of drink it all in, take a few deep breaths, if you don't mind.
Really embracing my fear of heights, isn't he? Okay, just move it along.
Can I just get my head straight for a second here? I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. I know you're nervous out here, but if you just give me a second.
Well, about 2.5 hours north of Belfast is one of Northern Ireland's greatest tourist attractions. It's the majestic Giant's Causeway.
This is actually really worth seeing if you get a chance. Some of the weirdest rock formations you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah, how did this all happen, by the way?
Well, thank you for asking, young fella. Actually, a volcano erupted here thousands of years ago. When the lava cooled, it created all these bizarre hexagon-shaped rock columns. Yes.
Wow, you really are Professor Science. Can I ask you another question?
Yeah, go ahead.
How did the planets form?
How did the planets form?
Yes.
I can answer that in 2 words, my friend.
2 words.
Space robots.
Space robots.
That's true. You know, these columns actually stretch like hundreds of feet down into the earth, which is the amazing part. They're not just on the surface here. Just very bizarre that this was made by Mother Earth and not by man. They look man-made.
It's something at Disney, yes.
Yeah, it does. Well, my friend, it's that time again.
Cheers.
We wrap up our fun-filled trip to Belfast in a bar that's far too classy for us, Malmaison.
That's right, buddy. But before we leave, as we always do, let's check out Jim and Darren's top 5 coolest things about Belfast.
Cheers.
Cheers. Number 5.
It's got to be surviving Jim and Darren's old-fashioned Irish pub crawl.
Surprised you can still get that sentence out of your mouth.
No slurring or anything.
Number 4.
Trying to survive crossing the Carrick-a-Reid rope bridge.
I'm in the zone up here right now.
I'm in panic zone right now.
Number 3.
It's got to be engineering my own antique choo-choo train at the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum. Number 2.
Riding high above the city on the Belfast Wheel.
Otherwise known as one big honkin' Ferris wheel.
And the number 1 coolest thing about Belfast is?
It's got to be hanging out at the bar at the Merchant Hotel and sipping on the most expensive cocktail in the world, $1,500. Well worth it, though.
Cheers.
By the way, we can't afford plane fare home now, you know that.
I know we can't. We'll see you next time on The Travel Guys.
There goes $200 more.
Flight Center Travel Guys has been brought to you by Flight Center. Booking your next big trip is just a phone call away at 1-877-WORLD-05. That's 1-877-WORLD-05. Flight Center. Unbeatable.
Air transportation for the Flight Center Travel Guys provided by Zoom Airlines, Canada's low-fare leader to the UK, Paris, and Rome.
Oh, that's good. Well, our self-indulgent pub crawl starts here in one of the oldest establishments.
Keep rolling.
That's one of those crazy mix-ups that just happened there.
We're on that big honkin' Malaysian Eye in Malaysia.
That's right. But this one...
No, you gotta pause.
Oh, yeah,
so
sorry,
we can...
right. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. Ready?
Hang on, I wasn't ready, sir. I'm still not ready. I'm just adjusting myself. Just give me a second.